Turn up your radio.
Right now.
Guess who? Nobody got nothing on us.
You're locked in to the greatest station. Grizz Biz, my 2 cents.
Yeah. We are back in the building, you understand me? If I can't get my own self hyped, then what the hell am I in here for? You understand me? Been doing this for a long time. I'm by myself solo. A co-partner, he's not in here right now. He out there getting that money. We understand that. We understand that. Hopefully, Angel, our new co-host, join us. We got it. Yeah, she's there right there. Let's give Angel a round of applause. You understand? There's that new bird in the family. And today we got special guest, Mr. Mo Ray Mullins. You understand me? Yeah. Management, we out of here. MJ on the plane. Let's go. But before we get started, because we got a lot to chop up. Before we get started, we're going to go ahead and give our sponsors their due. Let's go ahead and run their commercials.
Goodies Barbecue, 7440 Hamilton Avenue, Mount Healthy, Ohio. Call 513-2641-631. Use promo code My2Cents and receive a 10% discount on your meal. Goodies Barbecue, 7440 Hamilton Avenue, Mount Healthy, Ohio. Call 513-2641-631. Use promo code My2Cents and receive a 10% discount on your meal.
Let's give it up for Goodies Barbecue. Next up is Jarman Home Solution.
Let's get your home charging station installed the right way. Jarman Home Solutions is a licensed electrical contractor serving Greater Cincinnati and Greater Dayton, specializing in EV charger installations for all makes and models. Whether you drive a Tesla, Ford, Chevy, or Rivian, our team delivers clean, professional installs you can trust. Most installs are completed in just one day, so you can charge at home and hit the road with confidence. Power up the smart way. Call or message Jarman Home Solutions and get your garage EV ready today.
That's right, Jarman Home Solutions. Make sure you get them a call. Use the promo code My2Cents and receive a discount too. Next up, we got www.danknation.co, company I'm a part of. That's right, get your own seeds. It's marijuana growing time. It's almost harvesting time. If you know what I'm talking about, ain't no drought. Let me be quiet. I'm showing my age. It's November. Let me be quiet. We're going over to www.danknation.co and get you some premium seeds. I don't care if you like Acapulco Gold. I don't care if you like OG, Ripple, Snipple, Strawberry Whipple. Whatever it is, we got it. And they're premium seeds at affordable prices. So going over there to check out www.danknation.co, check out our fused lemonade, some of the best in the city, and also our apparel. We got the dopest. I hate saying dope. Is we dope now? Dope. We dope. Anyway, going over there and get you some apparel.
Please help me with this smoke.
Hey, that's what we do. You understand? So going over there, get you some apparel too. Real affordable. And one of our makers is Alonzo. Made You Look Clothing. So let's give www.danknation CEO a round of applause and Made You Look Clothing. Alonzo. Last but not least, we've got Linked Up Auto Care. That's right. You need your car fixed. You need to go to Linked Up Auto Care over at 5850 Center Hill Drive. Phone number is 513-828-3769. Use the promo code My2Cents and receive a 5% discount off your automotive repair, whatever it is. They offer shuttle service and everything. And also attached to the lot is Capsule Auto Sales. So if your car is a junker and you need your car, just go on over to Capsule's Auto Sale, Linked Up Auto Care, and get your car. on-the-spot financing, a huge selection, easy, dependable, and your mechanic is right there. So let's give Linked Up Auto Care and Capsule Autos a round of applause. That's what's up. Gotta support the people who support you. Well, all right. Well, it's going down. How was y'all's Wednesday to Wednesday? Angel, how was your Wednesday to Wednesday?
Hey, my Wednesday to Wednesday is good.
It was good. It's been good. No
I'm here.
complaints. Here, that's what's up. Mr. Mo Trader, man of the hour. Let's give this guy another round of applause. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to get with this guy for a minute, man. You know, busy. That's what it is. We're gonna give it that. And he reached out. So yeah, we got to swing back around the block because this guy's doing something again that's kind of huge. It's taking off. And I've been seeing more and more about it. And if you haven't heard, you've been under a rock. Get these trading cards. I don't know if we've got the video still pulled up. You can pull up the video for it, but these trading cards. But before we get into the trading cards, man, and the legends and the deep conversations and everything, tell the people a little about yourself, man. Where? Because I'm gonna be honest, it was a shock to me that you weren't from here, that you were from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
Well, you know, born and raised in Chicago, but my mother's side is from Ohio, so I had deep ties to the Midwest and Ohio. I visited a lot. Jazz Fest was a big thing for me. I should tell my boys back in Chicago, I'm going to visit Cincinnati. They got the Jazz Fest. And this was in the 90s. You know, I would always come have a good time and go back to the crib. But when I relocated, it was just one of those places that accepted me like I was from there. So I didn't have a hard time fitting in, you know?
Okay. What part of Ohio was this part? Cincinnati or Cincinnati?
Mainly Cincinnati, yeah.
Okay. And so what age did you make the transformation?
I was roughly 17 when I came, so early adulthood. Cincinnati raised me though, so that's why I call it my second home, because Cincinnati gave me an opportunity to be a man. I had my children there. Did a lot of my first as an adult there, so I give Cincinnati a lot of credit for playing a vital role in my upbringing.
That's what's up. Let's give that a round of applause, because right now Cincinnati is under a lot of goddamn fire. So it's always nice to hear something positive about our city. So,
Sure.
Did you get the music bug? What bug took over? Where the music come in at?
The music came in through K. Riley, Kenny P, PFL, OTR Click. Those was the first 4 tapes that I bought when I moved there. And I just really wanted to know what the city was about, other than what I learned from my family or visiting relatives. You know, you really don't grasp the Cincinnati culture, or any culture for that matter, until you tap into the music. So K. Riley, Kenny P, and those guys, they gave me an insight on what the city was about in the mid and the late 90s. And then coming in the 2000s, you know, we all tackled the new millennium together, but they inspired me, man. So I did the best of the best. Me and my cousin Aftershock, he goes by Staccato now. We had a group, Erica Pete, that's my little cousin. We all had a group, and I started doing talent shows with them. As we grew and opportunities came for each other individually, we all branched out, and that's where you get the whole ABG collaboration and, you know, a lot of other things with myself.
Okay, so let me ask you this though. So before moving to Cincinnati, now you're from Chicago, so were you in tune with the Chicago music vibe or the culture? Was it different? Was you in that vibe?
Yeah, I mean, I started out as an R&B singer, so I was a background guy in a group called Reality. But a lot of my best friends coming up, we always tried to find positive things to do. Even though we was in a gang-ridden community, we was also known as the guys that would sing in the talent shows and get all the girls. But things change when you become an adult and, you know, you grow out of certain things, but those still my guys. Shout out to D, Randy, Juan, Roger. Eric. One of my best friends actually got a deal in '95 with the group Subway. So we had a taste of the early game, and that's what pushed us before my move. But Poe Pimpin', Do or Die, Twister, those were the front runners. Common, those were the front runners in the mid '90s and the late '90s that inspired a lot of hip hop that I would sneak off and write raps while I was in singing rehearsal.
Okay. So it's very interesting, because two separations of cultures. What was the difference, and what did you bring from Chicago to further the drive in Cincinnati to get, you know what I'm saying? Because it's two different things. In Chicago, you're making it. Somebody, you named at least 5 people already.
Right, right.
What is it? Do you want to ride in the backseat?
Yeah.
My
Do or
caddy,
die.
do or
Yeah.
die. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? So y'all have some history, and
Yeah.
coming from there to here
hmm
got to be an eye opener. Or tell me about it.
Well, it was something that I needed because although I was in a singing group and stuff like that, I still got into a lot of trouble. My best friend at the time, D, would try to keep me motivated to kind of stay away from certain people, but I was drawn to it. And we're big on gang culture in Chicago. So coming to Cincinnati, it didn't have that type of influence at the time. It was really neighborhood based. It was really about where you went to school, and I didn't have those things. So I kind of just went where everybody was, which was the Black Family Reunion, the best of the best, the bomb shows, and I just try to make a name for myself like that. But I got my break really through the battles in Cincinnati, Scribble Jam, Top Cats, the Ritz. Big Greg was the first person to call me Mo Treasy. So I found my sauce and my way through a lot of the grind and the underground scene in Cincinnati that offered me an opportunity to showcase me and all of my aggression that I had. I had a lot of aggression on me, but battle rap was perfect for that energy at the time.
Hey man, you just mentioned a whole lot of history that I definitely was a part of, all of it, and just bring back a whole bunch of memories. Like, man, he just named off a whole ABG gang, all of that, all of that was an
Yeah.
area that was cracking. It's a little different now with the music, man, and
hmm
I was kind of taken back. I think for me personally, man, the music is dead. I am glad that you and Showtime is putting out music, because I'm one of those people that listen to Cincinnati artists, and I don't like saying local. My playlist is my playlist is dang near full with size E40 and the old school with Cincinnati
hmm
artists. But there's a lot of
hmm
Cincinnati artists that like I said before the show started, that if they was on CDs, they'd be in the river. They they damn sure would be in the river right now, because
I mean, I wouldn't say that the market is dead in Cincinnati. I believe every market has good, bad, and ugly. Shout out to all of the major players right now that's providing motivation for the independent artists in Cincinnati, such as Skylar Black, Juicy Two Times, Santino Corleone, Midwest Mills, um, Speed Walton, DJ Fresh. Like, there's a lot of inspiration moving around in the city that even if you don't know these people, you hear them in interviews putting on, and it should give you some type of energy that somebody from where you live at is doing what you deem a dream, really, because the Cincinnati market is so small that a lot of people just believe that you can't do it and you gotta leave to be successful. But anything that's considered a vehicle should have legs and have motion in different places. But they all come back to the city and they do something for the town to remind everybody, like, just because I'm moving around don't mean I don't put on and I don't remember what got me started. So I wouldn't necessarily say dead, but my playlist as well. All I do is listen to Cincinnati artists. That's how I came up with the cards because that town is always on my mind. Although I'm here in Atlanta with all of these guys and all of this entertainment and film and TV, stuff like that. That's cool, but my mind and my heart is still based out of that town because I know what it means to come out of that town and make something happen.
So you just transitioned into something real easy. Well, we should have touched back on Atlanta. Now you go from Chicago to Cincinnati to Atlanta. Now
Hmm.
Atlanta is what you just said, the mecca of black music right now.
Hmm.
A lot of people move down there because of that and because of the job situation uh, that you can possibly make a whole lot more down in Atlanta and so forth. But on the music tip, is that why you went to Atlanta?
No, it was really more of a family decision. I met my wife in Cincinnati,
Mhm.
and she's from New York. So we had this thing about both of us being from a different town, meeting in a certain town. It felt like fate. We wanted to give our children an opportunity that we wasn't given coming up in the city. So it was more of a family thing, and it turned out to be the right idea because my wife, she's a manager as well. She manages our children, and they're into TV and film and print modeling and stuff like that. So she's busy with a lot of things, meeting a lot of people. She's learning the game. She's soaking up a lot of knowledge. But I'm stuck in the music lane because that's just where my heart is. But if y'all been following me, I have yet to work hands on with an Atlanta artist, which I could. But everybody that I work with is from Cincinnati, from Sin City Thrax to my cousin Doug Centura, Free Dub, 40 Mike, now Showtime. And it's just something that I always want to do is just always just support Cincinnati artists because I feel like they don't get the opportunities a lot of people get.
I agree with that. And you mentioned some players in from the past and still doing a thing as far as music wise,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always like a stumbling block or a roadblock with any Cincinnati artist. And I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 with you because I've been in the game a whole lot, and I know what this game consist of as far as reaching levels and different levels of this game to get where you need to be with rubbing elbows with the right people, or you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to go through these freaking doors. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be independent like a Tech Nine. You already know. Don't sit there and laugh. Don't sit there and laugh.
Yeah, they don't know about them doors, man.
And the ones that, and I'm gonna be straight up real to the point right here. I said this before on our show that there's gatekeepers here in the city, right?
Yeah. Hey, baby.
And the gatekeepers I think can get you so far. And
Mm-hmm.
those are the people that rub elbows with, so that have celebrity friends that have celebrity insides, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they can only take you to so far of a level, and then you have to make a choice. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
go here, there, or there? Or you can go
Mm-hmm.
the independent route, which right now, do you see any money in it? There's no CDs anymore. Streaming is horrible. Streaming
Mm-hmm.
is bullshit. Like
Mm-hmm.
Affleck, like I'm Mayor Affleck, bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out and grasp the reality to make sense. Are you doing it for a passion, or because I mean, this is something that you like you can't get away from the music,
Mm-hmm.
or is you trying to make it? And then I asked, what's your definition of making? So where you see this going? Because you named a lot of people, and they all hit the.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just feel like it's just about opportunity and what God has for you. Um, the Lord's will and your dreams are two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Most
So
definitely.
I learned that just being put in the positions I was put in, and they were all my ideas, but the Lord's will wasn't involved. So that's when people say, "What God got for me is for me," but what you create for yourself is what you've done. So although you have the opportunity to have free will and do what you want to do, sometimes I believe He saves us from ourselves. So just in regards to myself, um, the independent route is the best route because you have free range. You don't have people taking creative control from you. But at the end of the day, we all want that machine behind us because there's a lot of marketing and promoting dollars that we don't have that's purely essential for rollouts, breaking records, just the whole traditional way of being in the music industry. People don't understand the key word is industry. So any industry has political powers, people that gatekeep, people that are specifically there to stop you from progressing at a high rate. You know, they want to level you out. But I believe Cincinnati is breaking through in a way that me and Showtime was just talking, and we said the first executive that really takes a chance on that town could ultimately hit big because there's an immense amount of talent that is untapped. So just like Florida had their run, um, Texas had their run, Cali had their run, Chicago, like there's a lot of city runs where groups of artists would sign based on just labels digging into what's past the main person we sign. If you look past the Scholar Blacks and you look over the Midwest Mills and the Showtimes, you'll realize there's a whole class of artists that's waiting for opportunity to break through. We just lack that, like I said, the power and the dollars. There's no executives downtown that artists can just go submit to. You know, just wake up and say, hey, today I'm going to submit to Universal. They're taking open submissions today, you know, or somebody coming back and creating a platform that will pipeline or segue artists to have a fair sit down or just an opportunity to say, well, I at least was given the opportunity to showcase.
I mean, you sound good. I ain't taking nothing more. Sound good, but it sounds like you still have the same rollout, depending on the same rollout of the old way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And that rollout is definitely changed because the majors aren't really putting people out. You know what I'm saying? They're regurgitating some the old rapper, the young old, they old now, the young ones, the little
Mm-hmm.
yachties and all of that bull crap, they fading. You know, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have too much them putting behind it. So I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
I'm
don't.
traditional. I believe in grassroots. I believe in don't reinvent the wheel. Just find new ways to utilize it because it's essential. Whether it's a shopping cart, a car, there's multiple ways to use the wheel. But another analogy I like to use is the bread aisle. Everybody makes bread. You have thousands of selections for bread. And somebody will say, well, I'm not getting into bread because it's a saturated market. And I don't want to have to deal with all the competition. But me, I look at it as if it's saturated, that means there's money there, you know, and if people have an opportunity to see my bread, maybe I can provide them something in my ingredients and in my marketing and promoting to put my brand out there to where they would look at all of these options and still choose me. Not because of the cheap. I don't use, my wife don't buy $2 tissue. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can get it at a cheap rate doesn't mean that's the best option. Sometimes people like rarity. Sometimes people like the opportunity to spend high dollar for a good quality because they know it's only a select few people shopping on that shelf. But the way things were, the only thing that we're not doing is walking around with them heavy ass vinyls. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is still traditional. You still got to give it the proper sunlight. You still got to water it. You still got to tend to the soil. And you still got to make sure that what you planted gets its due diligence. And when you see the end result, you should be happy with it to where you can cut it and showcase or sell. But since we're not in the CD era, everything is based upon the artist being more than just an audio component. You have to be a live performer. You have to have a little bit of acting quality. You have to be a businessman or woman so that you can sell yourself beyond what your God given ability is in music.
So that's very good. First off, you give you a round of applause for the grassroots, see, because I'm old school and I'm glad you about that. That's
For sure.
one thing that I say that's lacking with this new generation or these lazy folks. And
Hmm.
one of the ways I said it before, flash drives. I said it
Hmm.
before. You know, we sell CDs from trunk to this to that, derbies, expos, anything where we at Jazz
Hmm.
Fest to sell. So now I suggest flash drives where you can put
Hmm.
videos, this, that, the third, everything. And the bottom line is if you don't like my goddamn music, you still got a 32 gig flash drive, and you can that's for shit.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
mean, and then that even evolved to AirDrop. You know, now instead of hoping a guy will pop your flash drive in and save your data to his computer and take up some space, hey man, look, just take this AirDrop real quick. And then just give me some quick feedback because you know a DJ knows a record within the first 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
I'm talking about that. Yeah, CEO. I know. That's why I said I throw that shit right over the river. But I'm really basing this on the consumer part and the artist getting out and meeting people. You know, at the gas station, at the liquor store, all of these hot spots, Hopple. You know, I still got my hot spot list right now for when I get ready to go do my flyers for my podcast. That I'm gonna hit apartment complexes, Kroger's, all of them. Still grassroots, but I don't see that with individual artists today. Everyone wants to make a Facebook post and go on about their business. If my girlfriend shared, if my mama shared, I'm popping. I got a hit, and that's not it. That is not it.
That's not all. I mean, it can be it, but that needs to be one of the final components. When you're really trying to break an artist or break a record, you need to do as much street promotion as possible. That's why I believe in a lot of the old school ways. You don't. I mean, I've never seen a generation allow the generation before them dictate, or the generation after them dictate what the future should be when we've already laid foundation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know things change, trends come and go, but what has proven to work should still remain. So, flyers, posters, merchandise, any type of hard copy thing that the consumer can go home with is still valuable to me. So we still do care packages that we send out to DJs. You'll be receiving one for the delayed gratification project for Showtime. But we'll be putting together a lot of physical things that people can walk away with as keepsakes and just a time capsule on when this release happened, just kind of where the artist was during this time. But people like Monk the promoter, shout out Monk, get well soon, my brother.
Yes, let's give Monk promo guide a round of applause. You know, he came up under Grizz in the table.
Yeah, I mean,
Passing them flies out. That's what we
yeah, the Judy Jones way of doing things, those things are just like overlooked now.
Yes, give Judy a round of applause. Thank you. Yep. See there, and see, this is another thing. You're touching on some things that should have been as a unit in Cincinnati. Major players that we'd have named should all have our own label right now. We should all work for the same label and should be putting these artists out ourselves. You know, because I understand from an artist point of view and from a CEO point of view, there wasn't a dope boy. I wasn't a dope boy. I did what I did, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like those who you might have been associated, you know, the Garnets or whoever else. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't that level on streets like that, but we was in the streets. And we also 9 to 5, and the ladies love 9 to 5. Let's get the ladies 9 to 5. That's a round of applause, 9 to 5 guys. You know what I'm saying? Because when that dope dried up, the time clock is still there, and I'm still getting a check. You understand me? So fuck with you.
I see. Hey, shout out to all of my guys that's from the streets that transitioned over into businessmen, because a lot of guys left the streets and they're running successful businesses to today. So I can commend them, because that's a hard thing sometimes, just to come from fast money and then to really humble yourself and get it out the mud and just really take your time with that. Finance is one of those things where it can really hurt your ego, and a lot of guys, they just fall back into the same trap. So me myself, I'm a working man. I provide for my family whichever means that God provide. That's and right. I don't take no more penitentiary chances. So shout out to all the real men that don't look down on the fact that working a job is a bad thing.
That's what's up. But get that one more round of applause. Come out. Yeah, stick your chest out. Say with your chest. You understand? But with that being said, the economy, there is no more really rap daddies, as you want to call it. I hated that name, but anyway, that's what the streets. That lane is really drying up. The economy is bad. So when we talk about independent, it really costs money to go to Thomas or Hot Cards or Judy or whoever and get these goddamn flyers printed up. They give you a deal on it, But you got to have a budget. You got to have a budget. You got to have a budget to do anything. Let's give a
Yeah.
shout out to DJ Drizzle because he always talking
Yes.
about a
Yes.
goddamn budget.
Hey,
People get
shout out
mad
to
at it.
Drizzle. Yes.
Yeah, give that Drizzle a round of applause.
We should. Me and Drizzle, was it, well, 2 summers ago, me and Drizzle found out we shared an aunt.
Okay.
So there's a family element there, but I've always respected Drizzle because, like you said, he was one of those DJs that always asks, "Do you have a budget?" And he would work with almost any budget, from 500, on up. But during that time, a lot of artists they didn't understand that's what it took. So they thought it was one of those pay for play type of things, and that's not what it was. It's really take money to break you in through the listening value. Like just to have your record played is one thing, but can you sustain regular spins? Can you get in the rotation? Because you can end up on a mix show, but those spins don't register to BDS.
Right. So with that, we're just gonna transcend right into that. Skylar made a post today about the DJs, and we had this argument with the DJ about the DJs and the artists every year, as JD suggested. He said he's gonna sit this one out because they go through this every year. Artists versus the DJ. And here's my take on it. Let me get yours, Angel. I don't know if you into the music scene, but you sitting there awful quiet. You can interject anytime here. You know what I'm saying? But my take on the DJ thing is being a CEO, being an artist, being all of the above. I look at my city, right? And I look at the places that they DJ. Like I said on the post, throughout the years, just maybe 5 clubs DJ and they standing DJs that do these bars and clubs. I say pay them DJs. I'm 5. I say pay them DJs that money. Because for real, how many DJs do you know in the city? I can count. Let's see how many you can count that actually are in record pools and have the power to break a record. Name how many? You ain't got to name them. How many on your hand can you count?
Me personally, maybe a good handful.
A handful, maybe. I said 5. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I ain't gonna name them names. But these 5 DJs, they have the power to go ahead and make stuff happen. Payola is part of the game. It's part of the game.
I feel that. But I just feel like there's not a lot of quality records either, and I feel like DJs don't want to risk taking money and not necessarily promising an artist something will happen behind this, but they just need to know it's a part of the process. So for Cincinnati artists, they just need to really understand that process. You know what I'm saying? And the DJs that do have the power, maybe they're not drawn to the record. Just because you have the money and the popularity doesn't necessarily mean that the record's match.
That part was what I was getting to next. Like I said, we started out. It's a lot of music here that I would throw away. Like, are you kidding me? And most of the music that I listen to from here is the veterans that the old school that we associate with. So as far as the DJs is concerned, like I said, it's only 5. The other ones, I mean, our outlet is small. What you want them to do? Play this? What you want them to do? Play it at Andy's every Tuesday? Andy's? Play it at
But that's why you have to leave. You have to leave and give your brand some legs and introduce your music and your face and your product to some people that aren't aware of what you do, and maybe you can. But the record pool should do that. We have the New Music Mondays here with the Coalition DJs, and they give immediate feedback. A lot of independent and major independent and major artists go to them to break records. But once again, that's Cincinnati not having those type of outlets to facilitate real tastemakers, real needle movers, real people coming together that can do something as a collective for said artists. But Cincinnati does have this entitlement type of persona that, and it came out a lot when I did the cards because a lot of people was like, well, I know I'm getting one without understanding my criteria. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're in it doesn't mean you should be a part of something that's supposed to propel everybody to the next level. Maybe you'll be a part of the second wave, or maybe you'll be a part of the reason other things get discovered, but the door can only fit one person at a time. You know, so like I said, shout out to Juicy Two Times, Scholar Black, and Santino, Speed Walden, and Fresh, and all those people that's really opening the door. And they solidify themselves. That doesn't necessarily mean they're in a position to pull you right away. You know, that's why I salute AB for doing what he did because he grabbed 6 artists at one time, and at that time, I believe that was, I mean, not only the top artists at that time, but you know, the variety that About Billions Records had. It was a great representation for the world to get introduced to Cincinnati music from his personal selection. You know what I'm saying? So, with people of power, they have to have that vehicle and that opportunity to say, okay, well, now I'm going to put some people on. But you can always try to get the features. You can always try to get some spins, you know, in prime time situations, whether it's a concert or on the radio. But you've got to have the product. You've got to be solidified somewhere. So by the time you get your opportunity, you're not just trying to lead with your money and buy your way into the situation.
So you said a mouthful, right? And you're talking from somebody with experience and that knows how to maneuver. We're talking about artists who don't have a damn clue anything. So right now, I think the idea that you're coming up with, not idea, but the fruition, whatever it is that you manifested with these cards is a tool. So let's segue right into these cards. Just go right into these cards and explain these cards.
Well, really, the cards came about just because I'm always filled with a bunch of ideas. I'm a card collector myself. I've been collecting basketball and football cards since like '89. So it's a hobby of mine. Then the idea came to mind, well, what if we had rap cards? And then, like I said, Cincinnati's always on my mind because I have just so many peers there. I just decided to use those people that I came across as the vehicle to get it started. But you have to have had an impact in the culture of Cincinnati music and entertainment for me to consider you a legend. So these are my flowers. It's not a list. It's not something that makes somebody better than the next person because in my mind, everybody has something to bring to the table. But through my tenure as an artist there, producers, DJs, comedians, personalities, all of these people that I've met, I respected their grind as well. Although everybody put me on this pedestal, Mr. 106 and the Bengals guy, I still showed love to where I wanted to even the playing field to where I didn't really have a lot of hate towards what I was doing because it was all Cincinnati driven, you know. But we done with volume one. We do have a manufacturer. If you caught the live, you kind of seen firsthand what they look like and what the durability of the cards will be, so they'll have some value. But this is more than just a collector's piece. This is a piece of history as well. We can really give an opportunity for the new people, the new class, to really do their homework because I feel like a lot of them don't know how important K. Riley was, how important Zarnock was, Big Neil, Cross, a lot of guys that came before, Taka, High Tech. You know, these people motivated people like me because I seen them doing things and I wanted to do it. I wanted to be a part and then plant my flag. And then the things that I've done, you know, those opportunities aren't available anymore, but it was still motivation for somebody somewhere. I had a young man tell me his dad hung my double XL article on the refrigerator in the house to remind everybody that somebody from the city was doing something and that you could do it too. So you never know how you, through your journey, trying to figure yourself out, how you impact people on the way up too.
That's real talk, man. Because I've got a lot of people just been reaching out to me about stuff that I've been doing in podcast, this, that, and the third, and how this. And I don't have no problem giving game. I don't charge nobody for no game. Grizz, how you start a podcast? How you do this? How you do that? Blah 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 blah. I give it to you raw. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm me, my own self. I do this because I enjoy it. I've been doing music like you for years. So it's something natural. So that right there is a blessing and a joy. So let's get it a round of applause. Because like I tell all my co-hosts and everybody on the show before the show, this show gonna go on regardless until I say it's stop or till the producers say, hey, it's over. But I'm gonna be here regardless because this is something that I do. So I appreciate that. That's what's up. So the cards, how are they valuable? Except for this is being I cherish this. This is something that I hold dear to my heart. Like mine. I ain't seen mine yet. I'm
like I said,
motivated mode right now. I don't know.
Nah, you know,
we was being housed and we was up to you before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had.
Yeah. Volume 2, man. Be looking out for series 2. There's a lot more to go, man. I don't want anybody to feel like they left out, especially if you consider yourself somebody that I know. But the value is this is like cultural currency. You got to think about, just kind of an artist able to hold something that is like their mentor. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it creates opportunities for merchandise, brand collaborations, and just way for people to invest. So each artist that I have a card made up on, they receive a NIL waiver. So not only can I use their name, image, and likeness, they will be cutting 5% of sales for their unit. So if you move a ton of units, 5% royalty will be coming back to you as an artist. So it's also a way to put this card into your promotional value. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where if you're thinking about doing merchandise or you're thinking about anything outside of what your music brings to the craft, this is one of those things. Not only that, but it's really a collector's item. You can put it in your man cave. I mean, just think about somebody that just gets the whole series and they just got a whole wall dedicated to Cincinnati legends. And it's a good studio piece as well.
That's what's up, because that's what I thought. Like, when I get my card, I'm definitely going to put it in my natty. Hey, quit playing the goddamn music. Don't nobody ask you to start that bullshit. Just end of the show. Yeah, I am crying. I'm this nigga here. But anyway, I thought about on a serious tip though, like, you know what? It's gonna be dope. And it's going to be thick, right? Like you said, and have the stats and stuff on the back of it. That's the first thing I thought as far, and I wanted to see if you was going to say that was merchandising, because you could definitely make some good money off of those cards of your own, like a T-shirt, keychain, this, that, third. There's so many opportunities as far as that's concerned, as far as the merchandising. So that's where I see that making money at, and that's where I was hoping you was getting ready to say that. You also hit me with the CEO label talk of 5% of the unit sales. Is that off of the whole case? We'll talk about that later. We're going to. I got an entertainment lawyer.
You gotta get a card first.
Please help me with this.
Hey man, I'm laying the groundwork. You know what I'm talking about? I'm laying the groundwork. Back up off me, girl. You want a card too?
Yeah.
Put in some more work. That's what's happening. Well, I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, brother. I appreciate you coming on the show. Definitely looking forward to Showtime, new project.
Let me do some promo for my guy, man. Like for all those that may have followed us throughout the years with ABG and stuff like that. My brother Showtime. This is not a comeback. This is not some retirement trail. This is one of those things that. What's up, Evan? Hey, Daddy's doing the interview. I'm coming. This is one of those things where we just had to get this out the way. It had to be done. And he trusts me to set him up for greatness on this run. and we're doing it like never before. So delayed gratification, we don't have a drop date for it yet, but it is the new Showtime project right now. That difference out as a video. That's a little segue into what to expect from the project. But man, I can't even let too much out the bag just because we're moving a certain type of way with this project. But it's one of the best things he's done in a very, very long time. And he's one of my favorite artists, even if he wasn't one of my brothers. I'm just a fan of good music and I respect his pen. So y'all be prepared for that delayed gratification and make sure you support all things MGM Showtime right now.
Oh, that's what's up. We definitely gonna do that. Like I said, we had him on the show before, and he one of my favorites too. Like I said, when the video came out, all I could think about, I'm gonna say clips came to mind as far as you didn't hear a lot of cussing, a lot of this, a lot of that, and it was more grown man, and that's what we're on pretty much nowadays is grown man talk. It's not glorifying stuff, but hey, I did it. You can relate to it, and we're gonna make it universal. So shouts out to that. Let's give Showtime a round of applause.
Let
me say back like he never left because he never left. You know what I'm saying?
This is not a farewell tour. This is not, you know what I mean? This is exactly where he's supposed to be. He's not a trendy type of artist, so you'll never catch him dancing and doing all that kind of stuff. But like you said, Grown Man Bars is back. And shout out to people that really want to hear some stuff, some substance.
That's what's up. Well, we gonna get up out of here, man. When you can get him on the show, do so. Look, again, we appreciate everybody you being on the show today. Angel, appreciate you coming in, doing what you do, even though he was quiet as a church mouse. I guess observing, taking notes.
If it ain't nothing that I know about, then what I'm gonna do? Just keep talking? No.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, something out of you. But we're gonna get up out of here, and like we say every Wednesday, don't be stuck on stupid and relax, don't dumb. See y'all next week.
Peace.
That's what's up.
Right now.
Guess who? Nobody got nothing on us.
You're locked in to the greatest station, GRIZZBIZ.